All right, rare collaboration. This is Rich. Rich plays 1-2 up through 5-10. Not so much PLO anymore.
Not so much PLO anymore.
But used to. He heard I was going to make a video about why I hate playing during the WSOP, and he said he needs to be a part of this because he hates it also.
Yes.
And you left town last year also.
As much as possible, but not as much as I wanted to.
All right. All right.
Stow away in your carry-on when next place to go.
All right. So it's interesting because all the reasons I have why I hate the WSOP are reasons it affects rooms that are not Paris. It's held in Paris/Bally's now, Paris/Horseshoe. If I were in town, I wouldn't play there, but I still hate how it affects every other room. Rich's reasons for hating the WSOP is why the cash games in the building that's hosting it right now, Paris, are terrible. So first, I'm gonna go over my reasons why I can't stand playing even at like Aria, MGM, etc. while the WSOP is going on in Vegas. Rich might chime in, and then in later in this video, or maybe tomorrow's video, Rich is gonna go over all the reasons he can't stand playing cash in the ballroom in Paris. All right, my first reason is wait lists. Even in rooms that aren't Paris, the lists are ridiculous. My first summer here in 2015, I was like going to Bellagio and Aria and just waiting. The list at Aria especially, because they don't have a ton of tables, 24 tables, and you know, you can't count the one that's Ivy's room, even though they don't call it that anymore, so it's like 23, and then there's a lot of games and stakes. So like if you're looking for 1-3 at Aria, they can't possibly open that many tables for it. The list is ridiculous, often like 50 or more deep. I started playing in 2015. I would start at like 11 p.m. at Planet Hollywood, which at least you could get on a table, but the games weren't as good as like non-WSOP Planet Hollywood. I didn't love it, but I was like starting at 11 p.m. even in a place that wasn't the series.
I only play at Caesars because I'm diamond status to move up the lines, and Resorts World because they have fewer games. I don't go to the Wynn, I don't go to Bellagio, I don't go anywhere even near the WSOP for those reasons. All
right, second reason is the difficulty of the game increases. Usually what you have is like the people who take poker very, very seriously in every city that's not Vegas, they like save up and plan this trip during the summer to come to Vegas. It makes, for one, the game in Vegas way more difficult. Also, part of the reason I leave, don't just like take a vacation, it makes the game in every other city softer. In 2018, that was the case in Maryland. 2019, that was the case in Atlantic City and Oklahoma. All right, third is the conversations at the table are so bad. Normally, it's like usually a choice, not a choice. Usually, it's like one of two things: good conversation or just kind of quiet. During the WSOP times in Vegas, so many conversations are about poker software and like playing GTO. Yeah. So I gave it I didn't like playing during the WSOP in 2015. I didn't love it in 2016. I gave it a chance in 2021, the year it was postponed, so it was October. So I played like all summer, June through October. I stayed like an extra week or so to give it another chance for the third time. It was terrible. I was at a table at Aria where there was me, there were 7 other players. Of those 7 other players, 5 of them did not say one word the entire time I was there, and the other 2 literally only talked about PO Solver, nothing else. And I couldn't take it, and I went back to my room, and I took like the next 3 days off, and then I left town for the rest of the year.
Yeah, hand ranges go, time that people say hand ranges on the table goes up exponentially. Like, it's not fun.
All right, next, fourth thing is you see so many more sunglasses, headphones, and backpacks. Not that on their own they're terrible things. Like Herbs and Rye brings a backpack. Bill Tate, the famous Bill Tate, brings all 3. But they also have conversations while they're at the table. Usually, someone comes to town just for the series and has all three of those things, and they're not going to say one word the entire time, and you just feel like you're playing in a morgue.
I enjoy seeing sunglasses. If you have sunglasses, I automatically know you're a fish. That's just it. Like, you might be there for serious poker, but you are the weakest link at the table, probably.
All right, my last reason number 5, is that usually at any time in like any city, if there's more than one room, the room with more games usually has worse games, and the room with a smaller number of tables usually has better games. In Atlantic City, Harrah's Atlantic City might only have like 3 games going. The worst of those 3 tables is better than the best of the 20 tables going at Borgata. Same thing at the Horseshoe Baltimore. If there's like 2 tables going at 1 p.m. on a Monday, the worst of those 2 tables is probably better than the best table you're finding at Maryland Live at 11 p.m. on Friday night. And in Vegas, it's the same thing. Like rooms like, they don't exist anymore. Monte Carlo, Luxor, Excalibur, Planet Hollywood, it was a small number of incredible games. And usually at like Bellagio, a lot of games, not that great. So when you have the Paris room in during the World Series that has like, I don't know, like 50 tables of cash going, it's probably like a large number of not great games. All right, those are my 5, and it's interesting that my reasons are all reasons that are not what goes on in Paris, where the WSOP is being hosted. All of Rich's reasons are reasons that he doesn't like actually playing cash games in Paris or whatever building is hosting the WSOP. So I made this video because a lot of people have asked recently, and will ask in the future, why I don't like playing. And instead of typing in the comments all the reasons, I'm just going to copy and paste the link to this video. So tomorrow you will see all the reasons Rich doesn't like playing actually in the building that's hosting the WSOP. And remember, rice is a spoon food.